we're really low on time this morning, so I've already chopped things up a little bit, and I'm going to show you guys how to put together the clam chowder that I worked on yesterday, which is ultimately a corn chowder. We're going to add some of the chops that we put together and add it to the bag that we labeled clam chowder. Now, I love onion, and we don't need all that much pepper together, so we're going to add a little bit of this bulk pepper, onion, and garlic to the clam chowder bag. Now, I had everything frozen, as I told you, because I didn't want to leave it in the fridge. I'm just adding some of that so that we could get the color of the yellow peppers. It's also going to combine with the pink of the bacon and the green of the dill and green onions that I decided to add to it. So we've taken that, and we're gonna grab some chowder chopped potatoes. Those are the small little cubes that we made yesterday. And we're going to put quite a bit of that bag in there because everybody loves a thick chowder. Okay. And I didn't have as much time as I thought, so I didn't chop any carrots. We're not going to have a traditional clam chowder, so that being said, adding the cracked black pepper. Adding, nothing is really a science when I cook it, unless it has to be. So we've got bacon here, we've got green onions here, and we've got chopped dill. Now, it doesn't really matter how you chop it. If it's dry, you're gonna crumble it a little bit before you throw it in. Now, just agitating the fresh ingredient by chopping it will take out the flavor and make it better in your food. Okay, so we're gonna pour that all in there. And this is not vegan friendly, and it is not kosher. So if you're entertaining, keep that in mind. Now we're going to take the clam flavor from the clam broth that we bought from Cloverleaf, and we're going to pour that in as well. Oh, it actually comes with clam bits. Whole baby clams. Alright. And then we are going to take a small bit of cumin.
I thought you said human.
Yes, cumin. That adds a nice flavor, I find. A little bit of ground mustard and a little bit of curry. Everybody in my family seems to like that combination for soups. Although James doesn't even like mustard at all. He seems to not mind the mustard powder in food. Or at least as long as there's curry involved. And we're going to put those potatoes away. We're going to throw these down for their show. Rain. Okay, where is our curry? There it is. It's almost time for a refill. I usually have my spices stacked on the cupboard in the kitchen, but my kitchen is such a mess, nobody wants to join me in there right now. Okay, so we've got that, and then we're going to make ourselves a slurry here in this bag. My mom is on her way over. My daughter, myself, my mom, and my Nana are going to hang out for family day. Or half a family day and the night before. So we're going to be on our way shortly, which is why I'm in such a rush. It's not like I would have brushed my hair in the first place. But, okay. So we have our flour here. I think we're going to use about a 1/4 cup of it for now, because it's going to be a long stewing time. Just put that back in there. And we're going to take some evaporated milk. One would generally like to use half and half cream, sometimes sour cream, a heavy whipping cream, but I wasn't thinking ahead when I was planning these recipes. Actually, I didn't plan that all. They are all spontaneous as soon as I grabbed the bag of potatoes. So here you are on my cooking adventure. How do I do it? I wing it. Okay, those are done with. Stack them in there for more space. And my daughter wants a lot of attention right now.
I'm trying to avoid the camera, thank you.
I thought you wanted my attention. So we're gonna make the slurry with the flour and evaporated milk, and we're gonna add about 1 cup of water. Oops, I thought this was a good idea. Maybe not. So 1 cup of water. And where did I put my onion powder? Nope, that's garlic powder. Onion powder right here. I'm going to add a bit of that before we throw in our chicken broth, which I put right here. Okay. And use that same 1 teaspoon that we took the cumin and other spices with, and we'll just overheat that a little bit, and we'll mix that in with the broth. Now, if it starts to thicken a little too much while I'm cooking it, that's okay, because you can just add more water or chicken broth to your pot. So we're just making an assumption that this is about what we need for it. Seeing as though everything's either being boiled or is fresh, it's pretty much easy to make in a quick amount of time. So unlike my spaghettis and chilies, it's going to be able to be cooked a little faster than everything else. Plus, you don't really want to overcook clams. Then they get grainy and hard. Kind of like calamari rings when you have too much. So we're going to make sure there's very, very little air in there. The liquid should start pouring over the top. And then we squeeze. And close it. So I'm bringing this to my mom's today, which means it's not going to end up in the freezer. But making sure that most of the air is taken out before you put things in the freezer, we're going to have to wash the table. Is a good way to ensure that everything's ready for cooking. Now you just lay it out on your freezer shelf like that, flat, and it will, you know, you just bang it on the counter 2 ways, and then it'll break in 4, and you can just plop it on the pot, and it's ready to go. Now you don't want to overcook it, so cook it less than an hour for sure. About 20 minutes is recommendable. All right, have a great one.